What's up, Olé Soccer? This is Coach Walter, one of the founders here of Olé. I just want to thank you here for tuning in, watching this video, wherever you are. Hopefully, you guys can find value in what we're trying to do here. First things first, the purpose of this video here is to let you guys know what's coming, what we have in store for all of these subscribers, and to get you guys kind of excited for what projects we have going on right now and what's coming just for you. So one thing I've had in my mind for some time, probably I would say 2017, probably early 2016, maybe even 2015, when we're rocking and rolling here at Olé. We're building momentum. I'm an avid listener of podcasts. So if you personally do not listen to podcasts, where have you been? There's tons of value. Self-education is a big thing for me, and I've really found a way to connect with the podcasters. And so one thing we want to do is continue to provide value for you, continue to bring something different that not a lot of people are doing, and for a great cause. To really improve youth soccer in general. Doing it with people that are like-minded, connecting with people that see the type of vision that we have, and really improve the sport in general. So one thing we want to do is launch this podcast. So it's going to be called the Olé Soccer Podcast. I'm going to take you through behind the scenes kind of tours, clips, interviews, and so forth that we're going to be launching just for you guys, so you guys can see what it really takes to launch a podcast, the hard work it does take. It does take a lot of work, but the end result to really get everyone behind what we're trying to do, get everybody to the next level. Feel like the purpose of this podcast is in general to improve youth soccer. We see a lot of coaches that unfortunately should not be coaching, or maybe that wasn't the right word or right way of putting it, but maybe coaches that need a lot of improvement, and they just might not know where to go. So we're hoping to interview some guests here that are going to be able to step everyone else's game up, because they've been doing it. They're doing it not only in their local towns, they're doing it now international. They're doing it domestically throughout the United States. They're connecting with people, and they're inspiring people to really step their game up. So in general, that's one of the reasons why we want to do this. Impact our community, impact our soccer community in general, impact the local community, impact the worldwide soccer community, do things that other people are doing throughout the world. Just make them tailored to your tribe, your club, your team, your son or daughter, whoever you want to, wherever you want to take these exercises and these tips and apply them to your life. So soccer's our thing. Soccer's our way of almost like a way of life. You know what I mean? And we're so passionate about it that we want to continue to contribute. And this is going to be another way to, like I said, to impact lives. So we're excited about this journey. We're excited about what's coming, and giving you a little tip of what we're going to be asking, who we're trying to interview. We have an outline that we created about over a year ago. So we're finally taking action on this, and just going to go through it here with you, you that are following and listening, whatever time of the day, wherever you are. Like I said, thank you. So we're going to start by asking these coaches, players, parents, even of these academies, maybe international players. So we're aiming to interview some really awesome guests. So first question, as we get into the interview, we get to know who the person is, where they currently play for, if they're a player, if they're a coach, where they currently coach, and if and what they do in general. Let's say it is a nutritionist, a health coach, it is a kinesiology major, or a certified health coach, or anybody in general, or just an avid listener, founder of a club, so forth. We're going to be able to ask them, what are they currently doing, right? And then we're going to get into their journey. How did they actually get to where they are now? Whether they're a coach that has a UEFA A license, a license, USDA license, academy director. We're gonna really get deep into their conversation of what it takes to actually get them there. We're going to be learning from them. We're going to learn it from their failures, from their successes, from their support system, from at home to the friends around them, and so forth. So we're going to ask those type of questions. And we're going to get into also how long they've been playing. Did they play soccer? Did maybe they only played for a little bit? Maybe they've been playing all their life. They're currently still playing. We ask them those type of questions. It's important to know that. And what else? Why do you play? Why do you do that? Why do you do what you do? Why do you coach? Why do you play? Why do you do the marketing for the club? Why do you grow the business for the club? How do you get fields? All those little things. We're going to just be asking those questions. And it's important that a lot of coaches in the youth system in the States and international, they also have 9-to-5s. They also have their side businesses. They're entrepreneurs as well. What else do you do? It's important to know the human element of what they do. So we're going to be jumping into that, and maybe they do live off of soccer. How do they live off of soccer? What do you do? Do you do personal training? Do you have online courses that you offer? Do you do seminars? What do you do? And so that's something important that we're going to get into. And then we're going to go into, is there anything else you do besides this? Who's your biggest role model? That's huge for me. That's to really know, who influenced you to be the person that you are, and why. Why they're the biggest role models. And another question we're going to be asking is, if there's one thing you can improve on right now, what would it be? As human beings, we can always continue to improve and strive to be better. I feel like this is something we can continue to do on a daily basis. So what are they doing, and how are they doing it? What are they going to improve on? What's something that they need right now, they know that they're maybe not doing, or they're currently working on, and how they're doing it. And then here at Olé, we're pretty big on impacting kids on and off the field. Having players, coaches, families understand the importance of performing on and off the field. So we get into health and nutrition questions on what's going on, what's the daily routine of nutrition, of health, of your diet at home. What are you doing to offer this to your players, to your kids, and so forth, and even yourself. So how can we change that? How can we change our youth and families to take control of those lives, through health and nutrition? And how important is eating healthy to you, and your daily life, your performance, right? And if there is a routine that you do follow on a daily basis, what is it? Can somebody maybe make something similar? Can you learn from that? Can you take here what this person does, what this person does, what this person does, and make it your own, right? It's a little some few questions that I want you guys to make sure you guys learn from, and then kind of close it off. Obviously, we're going to be going back and forth different tangents on conversations, on journeys, on maybe venture off on another question, but we'll try to bring it back so you guys can understand, that there is some sort of structure to this. At least we'll try to keep some structure, and then we'll end with what else can we do? Hey, what'd you be doing if soccer didn't exist? Me, I'm getting more and more into social media marketing. I love connecting with people. I'm a people person, so me personally, that's something I would definitely like to continue to explore, which I am. We have little side hustles and so forth. So you gotta have different things going on, at least for myself. So what would you do if soccer didn't exist? What other dreams or goals do you have? Do you want to create a nonprofit? Do you want to impact kids in underdeveloped countries? Do you want to did you want to be a doctor? Do you still want to be a doctor? Do you I don't know, want to be a teacher? Or do you want to, whatever it is, own chain of restaurants? So we try to get into that and see what other strengths our guests do have. And we try to end it off with, what advice would you give to upcoming players or coaches that want to get to where they are today, right? So it's important that they do. Maybe even look back at themselves. What would you say if they're, we're interviewing a 40-year-old coach that's, established and so forth? What would you say to your 20-year-old self? What would you say to your 15-year-old self? What would you say to this next generation coming up, right? So get into that, and then start with, end with, how are you giving back to the sport? It's important that as much as we put in, we also give back. We do give a lot, but it's not only me. It's always, hey, what are we doing? What are we really doing to impact the sport? This is what you love. This is what you do. It's important that if you're going to do something, you do it. It's not only about just doing something to do something. It has to be purpose. If not, then don't do it. And we end this segment of the podcast with what would you like to be remembered for? I think that's something that really gets people thinking. At least myself, when it's all said and done, what am I going to be remembered for? And me personally, I want to be remembered for just having the courage and being an example to people like me. Regardless, there's no limit on your age. There's no limit on your ethnicity, your religion, your whatever, your language. Be an impact, and however you can be, improve yourself. So I want to be remembered for impacting lives and saying because of you, my child, my family was able to do this, and give kids the opportunity that they maybe never have even dreamt of, So that's me, but we're going to be asking the guests as well. So, and lastly, we're going to connect, we're going to say, how can we connect with them? Lots of, now we live in it's 2017, so most of the guests we're going to have, if not all of them, they will have some sort of social media where you can follow them, see what they're like, check out their stories on Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, whatever it is, how they can connect. They do have a website, how we can even ask them questions in an email, and then we're going to end with a quote they live by, what's their favorite book. And, maybe we'll get into the last little bits and questions, maybe how can you play pickup games with them? How can you learn maybe a one-on-one session and so forth? So we're going to get into that. So I just want to kind of give you guys an update about this new exciting project that we're on, and how it's going to really impact a lot of communities, the soccer world, bring people even closer for what we're doing, and make sure everybody's on the same page of understanding the mission of not only Olé, but a mission of why we bring people on this podcast, to get more awareness out there, right? More raising the level in general, and having kids realize that they have role models, right? It doesn't always need to be on the field. It could be somebody off the field as well. Somebody going through the same struggle that they did, living with, maybe a single mom, maybe with only their grandparents and so forth. Whatever it is, you're going to find common ground, hopefully, through this podcast. And through our YouTube video, we're going to be connecting even more here. So once again, thank you guys for watching this video, for being here, and wherever you are watching, whether it is 2017, whether it is maybe down the road, we're going to do this together. I want you guys to really see where this is going to go. It's only a matter of time, but I'm excited. Thank you guys, and catch you guys soon.